Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Fallen Order. And, yeah, we're, stuck. I'm having an absolutely hellacious time trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do here. Like, nothing I do. Nothing I do seems to stop the water from pouring in. And I was like given a hint, and it's like, oh, you know, take advantage of the metal canisters or whatever, but I don't know what the hell. I don't know if that means I gotta shut this down and then try throwing those things because they'll explode on impact, or I don't know. Okay, crazy camera angle. Can I see what I'm doing, please? Thank you. Alright, so what I'm hoping is that, you know, see, it's open. These shells don't close. Yo, what's up, Albert? It's been a while, buddy. Yeah, see, I can't... And I can't jump while I'm carrying them. Yeah, I love this game. This game's been a blast, man. I've been having a lot of fun playing it. Yeah, and I can't jump while I'm carrying it. If you know how to do this, man, like, I could definitely use the help, because I cannot figure out how to carry these things to, or is there one in there? I think there is. And it wouldn't matter anyway, because I wouldn't be able to jump down with it. So yeah, it's like, I know I gotta use... Whoa. Press a button on the stone thing to turn that blue power on. What's up, Black Romeo? Okay, so that's back on. Oh! Throw the candle through the blue wave thing. But which candle? Can I can throw it all? It'll go all the way, I guess. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, huh? Okay. And then I can collect it and throw it. Aha! Aha. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. Yeah, I had no idea what the hell I was supposed to be doing. Now watch I miss. Boom. Alright. I guess there's no pulling this giant ball. Go on, get in there. Yeah! Alright.
Let's find this stuff.
Cool.
Here it is.
What's up,
I
Eno?
finally found an intact representation of this sacred Zepho artifact. My friend, look closely. This is Mictril at the Vault Ambagano. You can see an object in their hand. Based on this imagery, I believe this object allows a Force wielder to perceive the mysteries of the Vault. This is the key and the guide. The Zepho Astrium. But who would destroy images of it, and why? It requires more research. However, our next step is clear. Find an Astrium, if any still exist.
An Astrium. You ever heard of it? Me neither. But a key. Yeah, I understand that. Looks like we know what we have to find.
Okay. Albert saying, can we agree that BB-8 is the cutest? BD-1 is pretty great, though. But I do like BB-8. BB-8's pretty awesome. Black Romeo saying, I'm up to the last section of the game right now myself, so I'm exploring and finishing up the other planets that I left undone. Yeah, I mean, I would have plowed through the like super fast if I was just playing on my own time. But this is one of those games that like I was like I have to save this for live streaming cuz it's special. Man, I love the graphics and everything in this game. Oh, you meant BD1? Well, I still stand by. I think BB-8 is like my favorite droid that's been made so far, and I think a big part of that is because as someone who has an art background, I really, really appreciate how you basically are only taking a ball and half of a sphere, and you're using those two things to express emotion and communication. I mean, yeah, it's making noises. They all make noises, but I just love how they've been able to do that. It's just two minor shapes, and they're able to, come up with all these expressions and stuff. I think it's very, very, very clever. Oops, I didn't mean to leave. So, potential spoiler alerts, in case anybody ends up watching who hasn't seen Rise of Skywalker. I liked it. Here's my only real critique about the Rise of Skywalker, and I was kind of warned. My bass player warned me before I went to see it, because he figured it out too. I figured it out. It was something that he noticed, and then I definitely agree. And that is that the movie felt like they tried to cram too much into it. So everything, the pacing was very, very rushed. And I think because so many people complained about the last movie, which I thought was fine. I liked the last movie, the last one. I know people were like, oh, it sucked. I didn't think so. I enjoyed it quite just fine. I understand, what people were complaining about, but I didn't have an issue with it. But with this, I think they tried so hard to correct what people didn't like and try to fix things that they ended up like they had the whole movie written, and then now we have to add all this other stuff to make up for what people didn't like in the last one. So they threw it all into one movie, and it was just like everything was happening at 1,000 miles an hour, and it was like, holy crap! Like you didn't have a chance to really let a lot of things sink in. And my bass players said this, and I agree with them. They could have easily have made this last movie. They could have split it into 2 movies. Kind of like how they did with the Avengers. And I would have been fine with that. You have a 2-hour, two separate 2-hour films. I would have been totally into that. Yeah, there was a lot of, like Albert just said, he's like, I didn't like the choices in Last Jedi, and then Rise of Skywalker was kind of just Disney cleaning up. Yeah, I mean, if they didn't have to cram so much in, and like I said, if you split it into 2 movies, just think of how much more epic each one of the big scenes in Rise of Skywalker would have been. And not even spoiling anything, but like if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Like the finale, like the final battle, and any other like crucial moments like that happened. Like you could have added more to those scenes. You could have let them breathe a little bit more, and it would have just, it would have played out better. Black Romeo says, I have not seen Skywalker, but I have no desire to watch it either. Have you watched any of the other ones that have come out recently? If you have, it's better than Last Jedi. And again, I liked Last Jedi. But it's definitely better. I think it's a fun movie, so if you like Star Wars at all, I definitely think it's worth watching, because it is fun. As much as I felt like it was rushed, it didn't make it
Very
not
good,
worth watching.
Padawan. You've cleared the way.
Oh, this asshole.
What are you
again.
talking about?
I needed this tomb raised. And now that I have what I need, you're of no use to me.
Oh, shut up,
Can you
Trilla.
reverse what she's done? Thanks. Hope this new encryption keeps her out for good.
It's then if you've seen the other 2, then I'd say it's definitely worth watching. It's like I said, it's very fun. There's certainly choices that I would have made that are different than what they did, but it doesn't ruin anything. That's just like personal preference to he's gonna die. He's gonna die. Oh no, dude. Rogue One and Solo. Solo I thought was just fun. Rogue One I thought was awesome. That's awesome. That's actually Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie. It's like my 3rd favorite. Empire, New Hope, and then Rogue One. And I think Rogue One in particular because it doesn't follow a direct part of the Skywalker series. It steps away from that, and it's still in the Star Wars universe. It's basically the movie is built off of one line from New Hope, and that's a lot of people died. A lot of good men and women died to get us these plans. Like that was all that needed to be said, and they based the whole movie off of it. And I really, I thought they did a fantastic job. Oh, it's too far. I can't reach. But it's definitely worth seeing, man. I liked it a lot. Albert saying, my final opinion on Rise of Skywalker is that I'm assuming you meant the movie is fine. Not great, but fine. However, dislike the whole new trilogy as a whole. Rogue One's really good. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I have mixed feelings on the new trilogy. Like, I don't mind them. They were fine. I think if they had one person head, like kind of take charge of the writing for the whole thing, they would have been better. But I mean, it is what it is. I think churning out a whole trilogy in a short amount of time, that kind of kills a lot of what made the first movies special. And Black Romeo saying, I heard Rogue One was good. I'm not saying they aren't good movies. Just to me, it's unnecessary stories. It depends on how into Star Wars you are. Like, for me, I've seen every single Star Wars movie in the theater. Like, I'm not a young man. Like, those who've been watching for a while are aware of that. But I was really little when I saw the first Star Wars. I don't remember. I'm not cognitively aware of, the experience of seeing it in the movie theater. But I remember being there, and I saw Empire in a drive-in, which was freaking crazy. But I mean, I've seen every single Star Wars movie, when they came out. So to me, it's like since I was very little, and Star Wars was brand new, it's been a big part of like something that I've loved since childhood. So to me, like I really, really enjoy anything Star Wars as long as it's put together well. So to me, like going to see something like Rogue One, like I'm all into it. That's why I love The Mandalorian. Mandalorian's been fantastic, and it doesn't have to be the main Skywalker story. It could be separate in the same universe, and I'm head over heels for it. Albert saying, I love Kylo, and Rey was great, but I didn't like the story as a whole. No, I feel that. I get that. Black Romeo saying, I like the old books before Disney got rid of them. The stories of the Old Republic, the stories of what happened after Return of the Jedi. I loved all of that. Totally agree. 100% agree. And like all the Dark Horse comics and whatnot, like, dude, I completely agree. Albert saying, I just love good stories, and they weren't. I think, you know what? I think they were good ideas. They were good. There was a good story basis. The general ideas were good, but the execution wasn't what it could have been. And I think that's kind of what killed what a lot of people were excited to see them. And the prequels, people already had like that bad taste in their mouth from those god awful prequels. Like those sucked. Like they had some. There were some parts I didn't mind, but for the overall, like I thought the prequels were just awful. But I think a lot of people were kind of like have that. You're kind of stepping onto thin ice, and you're kind of afraid of what you're going to get, so you might already have a negative opinion of what's going to come out. Black Rain was saying, Kylo and Rey were good ideas of characters that just didn't implement them well exactly. They remind me of Leia and Han's kids in the Legends books. Jaqen and Jaina. I think that's or Jason and Jaina. I think that was basically the idea, but they just kind of like, they just decided to tweak it so it was not quite the same, but generally that's exactly who they were trying to make them to be. I'm not going to make this. Nope. Come on. Ah, you son of a bitch. Hi. Yeah, what upgrade do we get now?
Pro-droid processing unit. What's it like hacking other droids anyway?
Can we do
Yeah,
this?
I feel weird about hacking people too. For a good cause though, right?
B1 can control damaged Imperial probe droids. Oh, he can control them now. So one thing I'm definitely hoping for, to pull them. Okay, cool. Albert saying, didn't you hear that Disney didn't have an actual idea of what the trilogy would be? They just made Force Awakens, and then Rian Johnson fucked up. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like they didn't have a showrunner. Like they have Kevin Feige to handle all the Marvel movies, and that's extremely smart because you have one person, with a team of people around him, but making all the decisions on how all of the other movies are basically going to go so that there's congruency. And that's the problem with the Star Wars movies, was that it was like, oh, like, you can all just make up your own idea. Like, we're making this movie, and then you pick it up from there, and then you pick it up from where they left off. And it was kind of like, they needed to have somebody like a Kevin Feige who was like, no, like, everybody write the stories. Let's all work together, see how, they go together. And I think they should have kept one director for all three films. They could have left JJ do all three films instead of just, like have it twixt in between people. Like, I think that would have behooved them a lot, just to have, like I said, to have congruent story writing.
We should check in with the Mantis. Trilla probably knows where they are. You sure the comm's fixed? They're not answering. Something's wrong.
No, Trilla
We need to get back.
Fucked up the comms, remember? Pay attention, Cal. Jeez.
Nobody around. Think it's some kind of trap? Seems like we've been walking into a lot of them lately. Wait, do you hear that?
I didn't hear nothing, did you? Albert saying, by the way, I very much apologize for my awful language. I got an iPhone 11 and I can't change my keyboard to English. It's in Danish, so it's really working against me. That's all good, man. I mean, it's not like you're speaking completely in Danish and I can't understand you. Like it's totally cool. We get it. Black Roman is saying there's so many good stories from the books that they could have just adapted to the screen. I would have loved to see Mara Jade, Kip Duran, and all those characters. Yeah, like even if they for like the Skywalker movies, for like episode, the last 3 episodes. Even if they like maybe took some of those characters. Black Romeo saying, I was just about to ask if Albert was from the future with an iPhone 21. But yeah, like if they had done something like anybody's opinions about the Walking Dead series aside, if they did something along the lines of like the Walking Dead TV series compared to the comic books, where it's like they took characters from the comic books, but they didn't remake the comic books, into film. I would have been totally cool with the idea of doing that with the Star Wars characters. Like if they took from the books and from comic books and everything else. But like if they took those characters and were like, okay, so we know these are the key characters and whatnot that a lot of people liked. Let's make them. Let's put them into the movies. We could take the basic story structures and include them into the movies, or just make these movies and including the man. There's a lot of texture pop-ups, but like even if you just included like the characters and rewrote the stories a little bit, that would be fine. But instead of them deciding to just go, we're gonna destroy all the books and all that, and it's not going to be part of our canon, which is a shame because like Romeo just said, like, there's a lot of good stories. There's a lot of really cool stories out there. Like take the Mandalorians for example. Like their whole like background and their whole story is fascinating just in itself. But not all of it is canon anymore. But I think with the advent of Disney Plus, the sad thing is, without any of all these books and comics and stuff no longer being canon, that's a lot of series and maybe made for Disney Plus movies that they could have had, and now they can't have them. Maybe they'll like dig up some of that stuff again, but no worries, Albert. I'm not gonna spoil anything about the Mandalorian. Only thing I'll say about the Mandalorian is I absolutely loved it. How come you can't watch until March? Does Disney Plus not release until then, or you're not gonna be able to get it until then, financially or whatever? Where am I going? Why am I out here? Is there a reason I can come all the way out here? Or is it just I can come out here? I mean, there's nobody out here anymore, so... Alright, let's go back inside. It's not available in Denmark. That's screwed up. Not until March? Really? That's wild. Are you guys always behind with stuff like that? Like releasing like I don't know if you watch wrestling, but like when the take the elevator down. But like when WWE Network came out, I know it was like there were certain regions that were behind everybody else. But you guys are behind on that, huh?
Over here, BD.
Yeah, that sucks. Not this elevator. Ah, crap. Have to head back to the mansion. It's the only one pet. See, that's a problem with like I'm jibber jabbering and not paying attention to the game. Not that I mind talking to you guys. I'm just, you know, clearly easily distracted. Here we go again. Oh, you suck.
Okay. I'm sure we'll beat you. How are we supposed to hit him?
I don't know. How are you supposed to hit me? Ah! Oh my god! Oh, that freaked me out. I didn't realize that I'd stepped back on the elevator. Oh my lord. I get the reference to what, for the other elevator? I'm not sure where the other elevator is. See, like this won't open. In here, right? Oh, there was another. Yes, that I get. I didn't know what you were referring to. Do I have to be in here? Am I going? I don't even know if I'm going the right way now.
Keep an eye out for those charging creatures, Rookie. Affirmative. We'll watch for Philac. All right, Rookie. Calm down a little.
Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button entirely. Anything hidden over here that I wanna... No? Okay. Bing! Hi guys! How you doing? Oh, you hit me? Not cool.
Hey, BD.
No. You're doing the right
Match
thing
for
there.
you, right?
Thank
Excellent.
you, BD. Oh, just examine. Okay.
I think this might be a lift to the lower floor. It'll be good for heading back.
Okay, well, in other words, not yet. What's up, jerk? I am going the right way, I assume.
Come here. Traitor.
Traitor? How am I a traitor?
Cannot end me.
Oh, Jesus.
Stop playing games.
No! I didn't know he could do that. Oh, hey! Excuse me. Yeah, kiss my ass. Remember the one-sided lightsaber deals more damage, so unless there's many enemies, do not use double edge. Oh, really? Oh. I like using the double-edged one, though. That's the only problem. Is I enjoy it more. Alright, let's go over here. Boing. Yeah. Alright.
An Imperial officer hid a valuable relic here. She's hoping to use it to gain favor with the Emperor, but her deception was making her reckless.
Alright then. I'm not gonna go back through there. Alright, good jump, Cal. Blam. Something else this game really, really likes. Slip and slides. This game is a big, big fan. Oh, crap. I had to take that elevator? Whoops. Well, I needed to open up all those pathways and stuff anyway, I guess, so. Ah, shit. There's no getting back up there. God damn it. Welp. Albert saying, oh shit, Happy New Year's. I forgot. Yeah, Happy New Year's, guys. And not only was it New Year's, but New Year's was my birthday. So now I'm even older than I was before. Just an old fart. Not that old, but 45 is pretty old, you know, comparably. Boing. Can't I just get back to the ship going? Thank you guys. Thanks for the belated birthday. I mean, I kind of threw it out there, so it's, you know, don't feel obligated. What would be quicker? Going back through the tunnels to get back to the ship, or traversing all of this nonsense again? I don't know what would be quicker. There's a way I haven't gone. I don't remember a zombie story in Star Wars. I mean, I didn't read every single book or whatever. I'm glad that Earthmail and Dear Lord are also wishing me a happy birthday. That means a lot. You know, rather than be wishing me a happy birthday than trying to eat me. La da dee da 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 da. The hell was that noise? It's unnecessarily loud noise. Alright, so here's a problem. And that is that I am going to be forced to go down this way. Oh, wait. Might not be that bad, actually. Because then this will... Okay. No, that's the right way to go. Back to the slip and slide. Boing.
You're going down!
Excuse me?
Don't clip me! I'll get you! You won't survive! Constant forever!
Get off of me, you dink.
Killing birds!
How do I get... What the hell? What the fuck just happened? What? I almost had that guy killed, too. Yeah, because I thought I was going the wrong way. I would certainly... So I assume this guy shows up if I went the other way as well. Oh, it was a big droid thing. Oh, so I guess it depends on which direction you went.
Little buddy, where are you?
Uh-oh.
BD? Gotta
BD
find a way out of here. Wherever here is.
Yeah. Well, there's this. And then what? Smash that? Yeah, that didn't do it.
Is that a power cable?
Evidently. See, here's something that aggravates me, by the way. That I can't... now it... Okay, so now I can turn the camera around. Other times it would never let me turn the camera angle around, so I couldn't... Where the fuck am I supposed to, attach this? Okay, I'm just running around with a power cable. What the hell am I supposed to do here? Pull off more panels? It won't let me pull anything. Oh, there it goes. I was gonna say it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't allow me to let it go. Oh,
back there.
Okay. Give me that.
That did it.
All right. Black Romeo saying, I'm surprised there are different people at different locations, but it makes sense. Yeah, it does. I mean, and that's a really cool touch. And don't spoil it for me, but I hope I get to fight those guys again and kill them. But yeah, that's a really cool touch because, you know, yeah, why? It's better than like, well, no matter which way you go, the same guy would have gotten you. It's like, you know, makes it a lot more intriguing.
Here's cold, stale. Might be deep underground.
Oh, hello, bugs. Yeah, I can't bother with bugs, man. What's up, dead bugs? Nothing in here, huh? Alright. No, fortunately nobody spoiled anything for me, thank God. I would have been fuming. Something's making noise. No, it's just you making noise. I don't like you. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I literally only watched like the first like 40 minutes or so of the game. I watched one YouTuber that I enjoy. Like I watched him play the very beginning, and then that was it. Because I was kind of like, I want to play it, but you know, do I want to wait or do I want to play it right now? So I watched the guy play a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I want to play now. So I didn't really miss anything. I mean, I didn't have anything spoiled for me. You know, I just saw the very, very, very beginning. Okay, so clearly, yeah, I try to avoid everything I can. All right, so this is going to be a matter of mix and match and see what does what. Plug you in over here? No, don't plug you in over there. Oops. Plug you in here. Okay. Thanos! I knew it! Nobody believes me, but I knew it. Okay.
I did something.
It did something.
Door opened up.
The door opened up. Yeah, that was random guessing, so... Unless there's multiple doors I'm trying to open up, that was complete luck.
Let's see if I can find a way out of here.
Okay.
Feels like I'm being watched.
Jesus Christ, that scared me. I didn't see it. I heard the rumbling. I thought something was running up at me. Yeah, a friend of mine that played the game said the same thing. He said the ending is awesome. He goes, he's like, it was one of the few times he played through a game and felt that the ending was worth the effort. Which I don't think is as rare as that, but it's always good to know that, you know, I hate playing through a great game and then the ending is just like bleh.
What happened to them?
Are you harvesting bodies? Okay, guys. Romeo saying Luke comes and takes us for ice cream. Luke's like 5 or 6 at this point, so we get him sprinkles. Alright, guys, I need to pause it for like a minute, because if not, I'm going to piss my pants, so give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I was dying for like the last 10 minutes. I'm like, I really gotta pee. Okay. Albert, who are you asking? Who's from where? Are you asking Romeo? Or me? I thought you would know. Oh, we're in New York. I'm like an hour and a half from the city. Correct, Albert. Correct. That door wasn't gonna open. What am I examining?
BD? BD1? Is that you? I found you. Are you
Right
okay?
on, man.
Let's get you out of there.
I'm actually, I'm in Brooklyn, not super frequently, but fairly frequently for like, you know, going to shows and stuff. Am I supposed to let go of this thing? Because I just unplugged it from that. Is there a spot to... How am I supposed to plug this in? The solution is not intuitive. can't jump and swing with this, right? Because it looks like I could go down there. Well, we might die. Oh, I can swing. Okay. Okay. Whee. Oh, for God's sakes, man. Swing like a champ. Come on. Swing like you mean it. There we go. Do I want to buckle it into something over here? No? Okay. So, this isn't a spot I want to be in, clearly. So, I can jump off of there. And I can't climb. Where do I want to... Wow! I just got knocked off of there by a... Something fell from the sky and... That was it. That was it for me. Aha! Now I look over. I look after I do that. I look over and both of you are like, "You're close to it. Look up." I'm like, ah. Could have saved myself a moment of confusion had I looked sooner. Boop, boop, boop.
Hey! Oh, I'm happy to see you too. Let's get that restraining bolt off of you. Jerks. Poor droids. Let's get out of here before the same happens to us.
You know, it'd be cool if we could activate all these droids. Like, that would be really, really awesome. Sorry, BD. One didn't mean to drop that on you.
Job done.
All right. Now, let's get the hell out of here. Of course, don't really know how to get out of here. Albert saying, Walt, I want you to appreciate the music that plays soon. It's a real band. They're called The Who. It's a Mongolian band. I have seen them before, actually. They are really freaking awesome. I can't help but I'm kind of laughing at some of the bodies that are falling. Alright, where am I going here?
Do your magic, BD. That's how you
And
do
I'm
it.
wondering if that's who they... And I'm assuming it was. Is that who he was listening to in the beginning of the game? That was playing through his headphones? Because I didn't realize that that's who they used to do the music. I mean, obviously. Okay, so... I want to... I want to do whatever it is that BD1 wants to do here.
power now.
Aha.
Hear that? Sounds like someone is home after all. Hey, I recognize this band.
Alright, let me meditate real quick. Just to save the game. Oh, hello, people. You're all waiting for me to step out so I can fight some horrible thing. I bet you. Yeah, they got a cool video on YouTube that I watched when I first heard them. And I forget, I think my buddy Don pointed them out to me because I was just making a point about how I love bands from all over the world. Like just the different styles, and especially with like hardcore and metal and stuff. And these guys are wild. Oh, hello.
Ah, finally, he arrives! We had action on how long it would take you to get here.
And who are you?
Who am I? I'm Sort Tormo, baby. I'm the boss of this operation. You have greasy forearms to thank for bringing us together.
I will. As soon as we get out of here.
We have a special challenger for you tonight. An enforcer from a bygone era. A Jedi! Let's see what he's got. Oh, somebody get baby his toy.
Show? I'll give you a show.
Crap, I had
I smell blood
a can of soda in my hand.
Tonight, we celebrate those fallen challengers of the past.
Ouch.
And the great sacrifice they made to make us all rich.
I really hate these toads.
Can't win them all.
God damn it, get off of me.
Such carnage. Look at those odds change. You get the hang of it quick.
Maybe you should come down and face me yourself.
I'm too busy counting my credits.
Great. Talks too much.
What was I just playing that had like an arena thing?
Now it's on.
Oh, I hate the rat thing so much.
Look at the Jedi go. That was nothing. Just wait.
Ouch. And I hate the spiders.
You're making it look easy.
And now you've got no hand and you're stabbed in the belly. Hate the spiders, hate the spiders.
You got lucky, handsome.
No, keep your lightsaber out, you
Is yet
dupe.
to come. I believe you know our next challenges.
Yeah, I was gonna try to push the things into the giant frog, but unfortunately I wasn't quick enough. Well,
You
this
want to
dick.
escape me? Can't dodge forever.
Come on, I was supposed to dodge.
I felt that one. Oh, someone's testing.
Bye-bye. You prick. Keep the lightsaber out.
What do you mean they come? It's a mantis! Blast it!
Whoa, let's not get right
There
on
is no escape! I will chase you across the galaxy if I have to!
Bye-bye. Romeo saying, there's the revenge you wanted. Indeed. I'm bummed that I didn't get to fight the droid that captured you guys. Would have liked to have seen him.
Hey, Grease. You're famous down there.
Yeah, they're an ugly group, huh? They smell like used droid oil. At least they're okay.
Yeah, a complication we could have avoided. Luckily, we found you.
We have another complication. The Empire knows about the holocron.
That's not good. The entire mission is now at risk.
And I had a nice chat with the second sister, Trilla.
Those eyeballs.
What did she tell you?
She told me you betrayed her to the Empire. Is it true?
She'll say anything to jeopardize this mission.
Is it true?
Whoops.
She was my apprentice. Before the Purge.
You should have told me.
We're getting an encrypted message from Kashyyyk.
Oh, Albert, you got caught by a completely different
Cal,
one.
we found Tarful, and
Nice.
he is willing to meet you. That's not all. The Empire overran our position at the refinery. Saw retreated off-world. Some of us have joined the Wookiee fighters in the forests. Be careful.
You too.
Later.
Later. We have our lead.
Okay, this is fine. Everything is gonna be fine.
This is fine. He's the dog in the burning house.
Hey, kid. Hey, wake up. Can we talk?
What?
Can we talk? I don't know what's going on between you and her. I mean, I figure it's some kind of Jedi thing, but I don't think this is the right time for
It's
it.
not any of your business.
I think it's my business. And we're all in this together, aren't we? Hey, Cal. I made a mistake. And I almost got you killed. I'm sorry.
And who does his voice?
I mean, we all make mistakes, right?
It sounds really
Well,
familiar.
maybe not you. Hey, why don't you cut her some slack? I'm not saying do it for me, but you two are the best thing that ever happened in my life. Before you came along, all I cared about was a tight hand on a stiff heater. That's a game term.
I know what it is.
Cal, life's not a game. Before you two, all I cared about was myself. Easy money. Now it's different.
All right. Okay, guys. I'm going to take a break since it's now just over an hour. And this is a pretty perfect spot to, you know, pause. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to eat real quick. And then I'll be back on and I'll do another hour or so. Yeah, so anyway, game is awesome. I'm having fun. And it's good to see you guys popping on here. Definitely appreciate the hints because Lord knows I can use them.
You know, it's not the origin tree or anything, but it does the job.
I like what you did with the branches.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks, kid.
Bon
You know,
Cher
you're
instead of a
all right.
bonsai. Yeah, I was gonna say, Albert, it is rather late for you, but yeah, you know, you can always check out the video later if you want. But at any rate, guys, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Romeo saying I'm still exploring. But yes, anyway, those who haven't already, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification button, do all that YouTube stuff that you hear every other YouTuber tell you to do. And until the next one, as always, peace. See you later, guys.